All right, guys, we're talking assessing and improving overhead position here. There's a ton of ways to do it, and there could be a ton of different things that are limiting your overhead efficiency or even mobility. We could have issues that are like the thoracic spine. We could have issues that are within the scapula and how the scapula tracks up and down. But what we're going to talk about today is more of a global improvement to overhead positioning. And when we say overhead positioning, everybody can get overhead. They can get overhead to some degree in this shoulder flexed position, but it might come at a compensation of excessive spinal extension. If you're someone who has a really locked up thoracic spine and they can't really get overhead super well, they'll still get to end range, but it'll be like through a broken elbow or otherwise. And there are going to be some benefits to having a little bit of extension, especially in like log pressing, axle pressing, maybe even push pressing. But from an overall overhead positional standpoint, we want to train overhead position with a neutral spine. And this is the drill that I'm going to show you today. So the assessment would be anytime you go into excessive extension to get overhead, or if you feel a lot of tension in your anterior shoulder capsule, or if you're somebody who shrugs your shoulders at the top position. Those are all compensations from a lack of end range shoulder flexion. So what we're going to do here is we have a mini band. We're going to tie a knot right in the middle of it. I'd highly recommend using a mini band and nothing heavier for this. And we're going to do kind of a play on our wall angel drill, but it's going to be slightly different and probably more specific to overhead position. So with that knot in the middle, I'm wrapping this around my hands, and I'm going to place that knot right in the middle of my shoulder blades. And this is going to be my fix. It's going to be a tactile cue, and it's going to tell me whether or not I'm losing position, because if I lose position, this knot's going to come up and hit me in the back of the head, and I'm kind of scared about that happening right now if I had to be completely honest. So here we go. We're going to place that knot right in the middle of our back, kind of about here. We're going to get our feet slightly away from the wall. If you're someone who had excellent shoulder mobility, you would be able to go feet right to the wall, but it's probably not necessary. For most of us, we're going to start feet away from the wall a little bit. That's going to allow us to maintain a neutral spine through the drill. I'm pinching that band into the wall. I'm going arms straight. I'm putting a lot of pressure into the wall. Now I'm not going to let myself extend or my rib cage flare. Slowly up. And then slowly back. Okay, guys, that was really hard. That's about as hard as it should be when you do it if you have overhead mobility like I do, which is not that bad, but it can still be improved. So by doing this, not only did we give ourselves a very easy self-corrective, because if you did get out of position, you would get whacked in the back of the head. And it'd be a very easy teaching opportunity, kind of like they did in elementary school in the 70s. Whap, bad kid. All right, guys. Shoulder mobility, assessing, and improving overhead position. Brandon signing out.
So the first week of February, we're putting on an event called Kabuki Education Week,
where we're bringing in 40 plus industry experts on strength, therapy, biomechanics, nutrition, sports science.
Industry leading coaches, educators, and clinicians. Over the course of the week, all of them are going to be putting on presentations an hour apiece, and also leaving room at the end so that you can dive deeper in some Q&A sessions.
Sign up now via the link in our bio.